can do is fund the government.
Democrats, meanwhile, have spent most of their time in front of microphones today talking about the DREAM Act. They want an extension, but it's not happening by the end of this year. In fact, they are upset that they haven't really been consulted on anything meaningful in 2017.
We think we need to deal with the VA. We think we need to deal with FISA. But we need to deal with them in a constructive, bipartisan way. And if we don't look to us for help, because we're not included. We're shut out as the tax bill.
And not one Democrat is expected to vote for this temporary budget in the House or the Senate. Dana.
Earlier today, I talked to my mom. She's concerned about children and health insurance, and I assured her, Mom, it's going to be fine. Can I keep my promise to her, Peter? Because, it's going to the Senate. Do you expect any problems there?
It doesn't sound like the Senate plans to make any changes to whatever the House sends over later. The big question, though, is if the House can actually get enough Republicans in the majority all on the same page to back this budget to send it across the Capitol. If they do, it is expected to be a late night, but no major changes, at least not the way that things are looking right now.
Okay.
Dana.
Well, Mom, you heard it here from Peter Doocy. Thank you so much. So Democrats back away from a government shutdown threat over Dreamers, while Republicans search for a compromise on defense spending. Reaction ahead from California Congressman John Garamendi.
Is your retirement invested in the stock market? In our world of fake news, here's what they're not telling you. Gold has outperformed the Dow for the past 17 years. That's the real news. Numbers don't lie. In the year 2000, if you invested $100,000 in the Dow, it would be worth about $197,000 today. But had you diversified just 20% of that into gold, your investment would be worth $248,000, 26% more. Call Lear Capital, rated #1 by Consumer Affairs. Lear is your 5-star leader in precious metals IRAs. Get your free precious metals IRA guide. See how diversifying just a portion of your IRA into gold can help protect and grow your wealth. First-time investors, find out how you can get a $2,000 IRA bonus. Don't wait. Call 800-885-1700. 800-885-1700. Call now.
Joseph A. Bank's Last Dash gift sale. Save up to 70% store-wide. Leather jackets, $199. All dress shirts, 2 for $89. And all wool sweaters, $49. The Last Dash gift sale. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
When heartburn hits, fight back fast with Tums Chewy Bites. Fast relief in every bite. Crunchy outside, chewy inside. Tums Chewy Bites.
At Planners, we know how to throw a remarkable holiday party. Just serve classy snacks and be a gracious host, no matter who shows up.
Do you like nuts?
This holiday season, don't give a crummy gift. Show them you really care with the Ring Video Doorbell. Ring lets you see and speak with anyone at your door from anywhere. But don't take my word for it. Check out over 20,000 5-star Amazon reviews. Like Robert, who writes, Ring is truly amazing. Video saved to the cloud? Two-way voice communication? Are you kidding me? No, Robert, we're not kidding you. Available at ring.com and these fine retailers.
Liberty Mutual saved us almost $800 when we switched our auto and home insurance.
With Liberty, we could afford a real babysitter instead of your brother. Oh, that's my robe.
Is it?
When you switch to Liberty Mutual, you could save $782 on auto and home insurance and still get great coverage for you and your family. Call 1-844-252-1806 for a free quote today. You could save $782 when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
We're wired with 100 billion nerve cells, so when aggravated nerves cause pain, use New Salon Pos Lidocaine Plus. One anesthetic numbs nerves fast, while maximum strength lidocaine calms them for hours. New Salon Pos Lidocaine Plus. Also try our lidocaine patch.
Fox News Channel on Sirius XM. Your favorite shows on Channel 114. Plus, every story, every 15 minutes. Fox News headlines 24/7 at Channel 115.
The race to nail down a temporary spending bill before tomorrow's deadline for a government shutdown is facing Republican resistance over defense spending, while Democrats dig in their heels on domestic issues. Watch.
This week, let's dispense with the arbitrary standard, as we did earlier this year, and provide our warfighters with the funding they need to accomplish the task that we put before them.
But the Republicans decided that tax breaks for the wealthiest 1% were more important than addressing the crises in the lives of the American people.
Joining me now, California Congressman John Garamendi, a Democrat who deals with defense and domestic issues as a member of the Armed Services and Transportation and Infrastructure Committees. Sir, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you.
Tell me, what are your sticking points on this spending bill?
Well, I think you just heard the fundamental problem is that we just spent $1.5 trillion on a tax break for the super wealthy and for America's biggest corporations. So the money's gone. It's about a couple $100 billion a year that will not be available to fund anything in the coming year. That's 2018. And so we really have to be very, very careful how we pick and choose what it is we're going to do. Certainly the military is absolutely important. However, in that military appropriation, which, by the way, was never worked out with the Senate, that's the House version of the appropriation, never negotiated with the Senate at all. And the word I have is the Senate goes, no, we're not going to accept the House version on that appropriation. So that's really an underlying and, frankly, a fundamental foundational problem on the defense appropriation. The rest of it has to do with certainly the Children's Health Insurance Program. It is funded under the continuing resolution for 2 months. But keep in mind, it's an insurance policy, so you have to pay up front. And so I presume that the states are going to have to front the remaining 10 months up front and then hope that Congress comes through later with the remaining 10 months of that bill.
So I know that I don't think anybody really wants a government shutdown. NBC, sure. Wall Street Journal did a poll, and they asked, who would you blame, the Republicans or the Democrats, if there's a shutdown? Well, it's split pretty evenly. 31% would blame the Republicans, 29% would blame the Democrats. From your perspective, and you're looking at transportation and infrastructure, how is the Congress going to find the money to try to do something big next year, given that we just did the tax cut?
I'm reminded of that movie, Show Me the Money. Mm-hmm. It's gone. You just gave the money to the top 1% of Americans, 83%.
Well, of course there's disputes about that, but.
No, that's a fact. 83% of it went to corporations and the 1%. So it's gone. Whether it went there or anyplace else, it is gone. So how do we fund infrastructure?
Yeah.
Big problem. We won't be able to do it. And at the same time, you've got the military, the demands for the military. What is very clear.
And you have a Congress that hasn't been able to tackle discretionary spending and the entitlements that squeeze that out. But
well, that's precisely where the Republicans are going to take us. Mr. Ryan has been very clear. He is going to go after Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. In fact, Medicare is already lined up, absent a clause in this continuing resolution, which may or may not survive, is a $25 billion immediate hit on the Medicare program.
I think with Social Security and Medicare, I think they were setting aside. But let me ask you about messaging on the tax bill, because so the Republicans had this big victorious moment yesterday at the White House, and right on the heels of that, almost as they're speaking at the White House, several companies made big announcements. AT&T, Comcast, and the Fifth Third Bancorp. They're planning to give employees either bonuses. CVS and FedEx say they are planning to hire more workers. The Bancorp and Wells Fargo increasing minimum wage to $15 an hour. This is all right before Christmas, all of this news.
Sure.
Do you think the Democrats are sort of missing an opportunity here to have been a part of something that people might see as beneficial to them?
Well, certainly in the short term, these are going to be very helpful. There's no doubt about it. I would keep in mind that there is a $15 minimum wage in Wells Fargo's hometown. That's San Francisco. So basically in that community and in many others across the nation, they're simply obeying the law. But it's all good. Now, the question is, they've already sitting on $2.5 trillion of cash, the top 500 corporations in America. Why didn't they spend that? Why didn't they use that to create more jobs, to create higher wages, better pays, and a better future for Americans? Good that they're doing what they're doing now. Hopefully that will continue, although there's considerable doubt. Do keep in mind that each one of the CEOs of those very same companies have said their priority is to buy back stock and to deliver higher dividends. In other words, to use perhaps the great majority of whatever new additional cash is available for stock buybacks and dividends. So who gets that benefit? Again, the super wealthy.
Well, there's also some unions that invest, of course. But yes, it'll be interesting to see how the politics and the economics plays out on this.
Very important.
Congressman
very, very important.
John Garamendi, thank you so much and have a great holiday.
And you too. Thank you.
Thank you. So holiday shopping turns to horror as an SUV drives right into a crowd of pedestrians. What police say about the man who was behind the wheel. Plus, heads up, procrastinators. IT revolutionized shopping, and now it is trying to do the same for holiday gift delivery. We are live at an Amazon Prime hub. Next.
Okay, so with the award-winning Geico mobile app, our customers have 24/7 access, digital ID cards, they can even pay their bill.
Bill has joined the call.
Hey, Bill, we're just...
Hi, guys. Bill here. Do we have Julia on the line, too?
Okay,
Sorry, had you muted.
well, yeah, let's...
So what I was
let's just...
thinking...
Okay, we'll
all right.
let's just go ahead.
The award-winning Geico app.
Okay,
Download it today.
They appear out of nowhere. My secret visitors. Appearing next to me in plain sight.
Hallucinations and delusions. These are the unknown parts of living with Parkinson's disease.
What stories they tell, but for my ears only. What plots they unfold, but only in my mind.
Over 50% of people with Parkinson's will experience hallucinations or delusions during the course of their disease, and these can worsen over time, making things even more challenging. But there are advances that have led to treatment options that can help. If someone you love has Parkinson's and is experiencing hallucinations or delusions, talk to your Parkinson's specialist, because there's more to Parkinson's.
My visitors should be the ones I want to see.
Learn more at moretoparkinsons.com.
Having kids makes it tough to find time to deal with home projects like unclogging a drain or painting a room. But thankfully with Home Advisor, it's easy to find a local pro that I can trust because they've been background checked. I can read reviews, compare prices, and even book an appointment online. It's kind of amazing that it's completely free to use. It means I have time for more important things, like our newest little addition.
Go to homeadvisor.com now or download the free app.
The testimony shocking Congress into action. After McCabe blanks on anti-Trump questions, Matt Gaetz breaks down the next steps and newest testimonies on the next Fox News at Night.
Have you been told you can't get high-speed internet where you live? Well, you can with HughesNet Gen 5. Experience the power of next-generation satellite internet wherever you live. HughesNet Gen 5 is fast. You'll get 25 megabits per second, plus built-in Wi-Fi, and there's no hard data limits. So wherever you live, now you can do more of everything you love online. Connect on social media, stay informed, watch the latest videos, and help your kids get ahead. No wonder HughesNet is America's #1 choice for satellite internet.
Act now to save big and get a 2-year price lock guarantee, plus free standard installation.
So what are you waiting for? Get HughesNet Gen 5.
To order, call 1-800-743-9610. Be sure to ask about our home phone service too. Call 1-800-743-9610 today.
Holiday shoppers terrified as an SUV slams into a crowd today in Melbourne, Australia. It happened outside an iconic railway station. 19 people hurt. Police say there is no evidence it was an act of terrorism and there is no ongoing threat. The 32-year-old driver was arrested at the scenes. Authorities say he is an Australian citizen of Afghan descent with a history of drug use and mental illness. Calling all procrastinators, Amazon Prime is vowing to get your holiday gift delivered in just 2 hours after you order it in many markets, New York City included. Thank goodness, I might need to use it. Fox Business's Deirdre Bolton is live at the Amazon Prime hub in Manhattan. Deirdre, how's it? Is it busy?
Hey, Dana. No, it is definitely hopping here. And as you said, procrastinators and Prime members should rejoice because you can order anything that you may have forgotten that you're running low on. Christmas wrapping paper, light bulbs, extension cords, batteries, a forgotten gift for a niece or a nephew, just until 9 p.m. And then in Manhattan, it can be delivered to you by 11:59. That is the last possible second that you can have an Amazon delivery person show up at your door. Dana, a little bit more on the details about this hub. There are 50 of them across the country, 9 different countries, and it's about 30 to 50,000 square feet per hub. So this place is huge. I want to show you when you place an order. Let's say you're home on the 24th. You want eggnog. You don't have eggnog. You put in an order through Amazon. The person working gets the order on this kind of scanner, then goes over, prints off a ticket. The ticket ends up going on one of these bags, and then because we are in New York City, either by bike, by cab, by bus, by car, you will get your item. So Dana, a lot going on here. Of course, as you can see, there are people already getting ready for your holidays. So essentially, you just put your zip code in, and then you get an inventory list of the items that are available in your area. So I have seen it at work. It is pretty cool. Just for you to know, Dana, in the meantime, back to you.
Deirdre, you strike me as the kind of person that would never need to use this. Like, you're totally prepared and all ready to go?
Ha, 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 ha. Is that allowed enough? I am probably going to be using this around 8:30 to 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve. They have said, actually, eggnog, batteries, extension cords, lights. Those are big sellers. Year-round, though, a little bit more traditional or mundane household items like paper towels. That's what a lot of people go for on a regular basis. But as we know, the 24th is a little special.
It is definitely. All right. Well, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much. Defense Secretary Mattis visiting Guantanamo Bay, the first Pentagon chief to do so in 16 years. So where do things stand with the terror detainee prison that former President Obama wanted to close? And Republicans celebrating the passage of tax reform. We are live at the White House. Plus, our panel breaks down the administration's successes and failures from year one.
For over 200 years, the stock market has been going up and down like a roller coaster. And it seems like everybody's giving you advice on what you should do with your retirement money. But most people just want to earn a reasonable rate of return and keep it simple. Is that what you want? Get your investor's kit and learn how to never lose money when the market goes down and earn a reasonable rate of return. And on the DVD, I'll personally explain how it works. You decide if it's right for you.
Call 800-557-7379 or tyjyoung.net.
Psoriatic arthritis tries to get in my way. Watch me.
I've tried lots of things for my joint pain. Now, watch me.
Think I'd give up showing these guys how it's done? Please.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are changing the way they fight it. They're moving forward with Cosentyx. It's a different kind of targeted biologic. It's proven to help people find less joint pain and clearer skin. Don't use if you are allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting Cosentyx, you should be checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of an infection, or if you have received a vaccine or plan to. If you have inflammatory bowel disease, tell your doctor if symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
With less joint pain, watch me.
For less joint pain and clearer skin, ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
It's 6 a.m. 40 million Americans are waking up to a Gillette shave. And at our factory in Boston, 1,200 workers are starting their day building on over 100 years of heritage, craftsmanship, and innovation. Today, we're bringing you America's #1 shave at lower prices every day, putting money back in the pockets of millions of Americans. As one of those workers, I'm proud to bring you Gillette quality for less, because nobody can beat the men and women of Gillette. Gillette, the best a man can get.
At Beaches, everything's included. For everyone.
That's right, my generation. Yeah, all about a good time. Yeah, all about a good life. You won't believe it too.
Beaches All-Inclusive Resorts. Call 1-800-BEACHES.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I've been single for a long time because I'm always traveling.
Look
Looking for a real relationship?
I love meeting new people, diving into different cultures. I'm not a game player. I like nice guys. So if you're out there, come find me.
Check out Match right now for free.
Somehow, we always leave packing to the last minute.
Time to break these bad boys out.
No.
I have a couple of things to wash.
We got this. Come on. Even on quick cycle, Tide Pods cleans great. 6 times the cleaning power, even in the quick cycle. Did you just get up?
Uh-huh.
It's gotta be Tide.
This holiday season, families near you need your help. Visit redcross.org now to donate.
If you've been turned down for a mortgage because of credit or tax return issues, Cash Call Mortgage now has credit and income-solving mortgages with no closing costs. Just call 855-890-CASH and we'll work with you to find a solution to your mortgage issues.
President Trump keeping a low profile today after yesterday's historic achievement reforming the U.S. tax code. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts is live on the North Lawn. John, are they still celebrating over there?
Oh, yeah, Dana, it's a big day here again today, still basking in the afterglow of all of this. And so much so, too, that they're starting to change the schedule, shift it a little bit for when the president might sign this. Initially, we were told the first week of January. Then we were told, well, maybe next week. Now we understand that the president may sign the bill as soon as tomorrow with the following caveat. Congress has to pass a continuing resolution to keep the government running. Plus, that continuing resolution needs to include waivers to prevent cuts to entitlements because of tax reform. The president is pointing fingers at House Democrats, accusing them of wanting to hold up funding. In a tweet a little while ago saying, quote, House Democrats want to shut down for the holidays in order to distract from the very popular just passed tax cuts. House Republicans, don't let this happen. Pass the CR today and keep our government open. A little while ago here on the White House driveway, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said that passing the CR is a no-brainer. Listen here.
We have maintained our position all along as we want a clean bill, and that's what we hope happens, and we hope it happens soon because we know all of you guys and all of Congress and everybody else is ready to make sure that the government is fully funded and functional and go home and celebrate Christmas.
As I pointed out, the White House and the president is still basking in the afterglow of yesterday's big ceremony to celebrate the passage of tax cuts. The president tweeting out, quote, the massive tax cuts, which the fake news media is desperate to write badly about so as to please their Democrat bosses, will soon be kicking in and will speak for themselves. Companies are already making big payments to workers. Dems want to raise taxes, hate these big cuts. The president pointing to some companies that either gave bonuses or are raising the minimum wage for workers or in some other way are making employee-based contributions or doing some spending. Those companies include Comcast, Fifth Third Bank, Wells Fargo, AT&T, and Boeing. The president saying that this is just the beginning of what's ahead because of tax reform. Listen here.
We're going to see something that's going to be very special. We're bringing the entrepreneur back into this country. We're getting rid of all the knots and all the ties, and we're going to see, you're going to see what happens. And ultimately, what does it mean? It means jobs, 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 jobs.
So here we have a little bit of a competition, though, in terms of signing this tax reform bill between the White House and Democrats in Congress. The president would really like to get this bill signed before he leaves for Mar-a-Lago. Democrats would probably like to see him not sign it until the 1st of January, or at least the first week of January, so that they can say the president didn't do it this year. So,
oh my God, are you serious?
Well, you know, this battle over pay-go. I mean, what else is it about, right?
Oh my God!
Has Congress ever, you know, not given out these waivers?
I know, I hear you,
Dana.
But come on. All right, John Roberts, thank you so much.
Thanks.
So tax cuts, just one of the first-year accomplishments the Trump White House is touting. Listen.
ISIS is on the run. Historic tax cuts have just been passed through Congress and will be on the president's desk soon. We're very excited about all of the things that have happened this year. The economy is booming. The stock market has seen all-time highs.
Joining me now is Guy Benson, Fox News contributor and political editor at townhall.com, and Mark Penn, former Hillary Clinton 2008 presidential campaign chief strategist, and so many other things that both of you have done. It sounded like Sarah Sanders almost needed a break, guys. Her voice was a little hoarse.
Well, she's done a lot of talking, and the last couple of weeks, it's been a lot of positive news for the White House. I think that they are right to be touting tax reform. They're going to be pushing that momentum narrative into the next year, certainly. And all these companies coming out and paying out bonuses and salary increases and hourly increases and new money-giving endeavors, charitable giving to organizations like that. I mean, these are good things that the White House would love to be talking themselves hoarse over.
Well, we asked you both to come up with your successes and failures. Mark, let me start with you. So your three, Mark, was that tax reform, ISIS defeat, and challenging the status quo were in the successes. Failures, you listed communications, healthcare, and firing Comey. I'll let you expand.
No, I think when you look at it, the best days of this administration are obviously yesterday, and they've come across now with tax reform. I think the crushing of ISIS was really a significant accomplishment, and I think Trump has shaken up the status quo with moves like moving the capital to Jerusalem when other presidents talked about it, but didn't really do it. On the other hand, you know, his ratings are a wreck. The communications has been a disaster. I think Sanders has rescued the communications from round one, which was a double disaster. But they tend to lose the spin on almost everything. Firing Comey kicked off Mueller was a complete disaster. Whoever kind of planned out that move, and of course, healthcare was a trade wreck as well. So it certainly has had its shares of negatives and a lot of climbing to do with the American public because they're stuck at about 40%, and that is not where you want to be when you're running the White House.
And then, Guy, you say that your accomplishments, you listed judges. We've been hearing a little bit more about that. And then the economic one-two punch of tax reform, and something you don't hear much about because it's hard to describe is the deregulation piece. And then number three, you said standing up for American interests, whether it be in regard to helping Israel, going against Iran, and defeating ISIS. I'll let you have a few words.
Yeah, and on those three, we've seen evidence